So, I don't really know what to say.
Monsieur Hastings, this theft may be a new and foreign concept to you. But to detect...
What do we do then?
We must get to work. If we can ascertain the thief's point of entry and exit this...
Oh. Ah. Oh. Aha. Huh. Oh. Ah. Oh.
Hot on the culprit's heels. Magnifique.
Oh.
Gentlemen, I have called the police and they should arrive shortly.
Do you still hold the master key?
Of course. You are the only other person who has had...
Très bien. Please keep it close. I believe that...
What can I...
Merci. Monsieur Hastings, I pose this question to you. If Mademoiselle Warbeck still...
Is she not a suspect herself?
Très bien.
Mademoiselle Warbeck is likely not our thief. The real thief did not care about the museum and what is hung on its walls.
At some time during this evening's festivities, the key was taken from her pocket and used in the restaurant. If we find the pickpocket, we will uncover our painting thief. Mesdames et messieurs, your attention please. I am Detective Hercule Poirot. I was charged with the safety of the penitent Magdalene painting on its voyage to London from Belgium. The missing painting has indeed cut the celebrations of the gala short. With your cooperation, I ask that you all remain with it.
If I was the thief, I would certainly be worried after...
Monsieur Hastings, the painting's safe return ought...
I know, but I can make myself useful elsewhere.
I cannot see the logic in this. The answer was staring me in the... One step closer to revealing the truth. What a revelation!
Bonsoir, Monsieur Christian.
Detective, what a mess you have on your hands.
That is certainly one way to describe it.
I was with Betty most of the evening. She wasn't feeling herself. I'm glad I didn't. Don't tell me you don't get a little thrill when a new case appears.
I do not think about such thrills, Monsieur Christensen.
All business, no pleasure. I remember... Yes. Oh.
I believe every soul in the museum did. Or at least...
So I look like the bad guy,
A bully?
She made some pretty awful comments about Betty and her career. And I wasn't just going to stand by and let us... You should... Are you married, Detective Poirot?
I am not.
Then heed my warning.
Merci. Bonsoir, mademoiselle.
It seems trouble follows you.
So
I saw Betty leave the main hall and head for the West Wing after the whole champagne debacle. What do you think that was all about?
it is not my job to speculate on such private matters. It is to uncover the location.
If there is someone who can, it's you.
Merci, mademoiselle. Mademoiselle, if you have a moment.
Look around you, detective. Out of the ordinary is the ordinary here.
Regarding the guests of the gala, you have...
I met that delightful Farquhar girl, the art critic. With any luck, her art...
Your talk on the balcony went well, I presume.
Well, indeed. Before I wasted a perfectly good glass of champagne on that man, you mean?
That is certainly one way to tell the story.
I'd hardly call him trying to push himself upon me as a story.
With his wife in the same room?
You think a man with that much arrogance cares? Women are nothing more than objects to him.
Merci, mademoiselle. That is all. Bonsoir, mademoiselle Babagnan.
Please, detective. Surely we are past those formalities.
What you may consider a formality, I consider etiquette.
Well, I had the pleasure of meeting the other guests. I feel so fortunate just to be invited myself.
Modesty is the color of virtue. Now, mademoiselle, you...
Oh, yes. We all gathered for that delightful photograph. Then I spent some time looking at all the... I did notice the actress and the politician return to the main hall.
And the other guests?
I saw Bishop Mountjoy and the politician, oh forgive me, I forget his name, leave towards the east wing together. It was much earlier in the night, well before that.
You have been as enchanted. Madame Warbeck, a moment of your time.
I was rather busy, as you saw, especially with Irene and her disappearing act.
An artist and a magician. She is a woman of many talents.
She was nowhere to be found. Is that better? She was supposed to... Then I saw her throwing her glass of champagne at Mrs. Allen's husband. I was hoping to speak with her after, but I didn't see her again until she was calling down from the balcony following Mr. Aylesworth. Mr. Christensen, Betty Allen's husband. After the theft, on my way to telephone the police, he was looking...
Merci, mademoiselle. Bonsoir, Your Excellency.
I should be addressed as your...
Pardon. I did not mean to offend.
It is quite... If I must... I was talking with...
Would you care to elaborate?
You were not present for that conversation, and I hardly think it appropriate to involve... He left, and I spoke briefly to that actress, but... Who would have thought the reveal of the missing painting would cause a man to take such a...
Perhaps a warning to us all that such a scare could come at any time.
Are you trying to say that is what's going to happen to me?
Your Grace has misinterpreted my meaning. But on the matter of where you were at the time...
Then maybe you should think before you speak.
Merci.
I thought I would make myself useful, and I think I found...
Bon. I shall go and retrieve them now. You were wise to not touch them.
Oh, I didn't think...
Fantastic.
What can I do?
Merci.
Another success. Come, my little Grace. The answer was staring me in the... Hot on the culprits.
Huh. Mm-hmm. Huh. Aha. Oh.
Capitol help retrieve the... Of course.
Mademoiselle,
I'm sorry. You said it yourself.
I was not expecting Mademoiselle Warbeck's hesitation.
Mademoiselle Warbeck, I really must insist on access to the restoration room. I find your reluctance to oblige a little troubling, mademoiselle.
Now listen. I am the...
Miss Warbeck, will you let the man in?
Please, Evelyn. Let's not drag this on.
Evelyn Warbeck?
That's me?
Detective Inspector Hardwick. I was told a painting's been half in.
Yes, it's...
Stolen. Detective Hercule Poirot of the Belgian police, seconded by the Musée Royal des Beaux-Arts de Belgique and Lloyd's of London. How do you do, Detective Inspector Hardwick?
Well, thank you for that introduction, Mr. Poirot, but we won't be needing your help this evening.
But you see, not only do I have a considerable personal stake in this matter, I also possess undoubtedly the...
I'm sure Belgium thinks you're the bee's knees, but we'll be just fine and dandy.
I must insist, Inspector.
Bloody hell. I don't have time for this. Will someone try and get through to this man before he does my head in?
Dear Mr. Poirot, I know you meant well, but perhaps now is not the time to push the inspector's...
Très bien.